Good morning, I'm April and I'm going to do a car vlog this morning. It's 39 degrees here in Maine this morning. It's pretty chilly, but I have to run to Walmart this morning because I have to get some totes. I need some clear totes for my motorhome because I need to pack everything up and put it up in totes so the little mice don't get into it. Yesterday I ended up putting all the towels and stuff, but I only had 2 totes and they weren't even clear. I was so bummed. I'd used all the clear ones up in my sewing room and I had bought a whole ton of clear ones, so I'm now down to just all those big old Rubbermaid colorful totes that we really kind of just use them to put like wood in if we go camping, or leave them in the trunk to throw stuff inside of them. They're just kind of grungy and I don't even have the covers for them. I do have covers, but apparently I don't have the covers for them. Dana just said this morning, he said, go ahead and throw all the covers out that are under. We have a little hut where we keep all our stuff. I said, I don't want to throw them yet. I just want them to do one more time and make sure that, that they don't fit. I have to go buy a couple. I'm going to go buy 4. I think what I'll do is I'll transfer everything that I did yesterday into these new clear ones I'm going to get. I think I'm going to write motorhome on them. And that way, every year, I have just certain ones set aside in the garage that are only for the motorhome. I already took all the towels and bedding and stuff and put that in 2 totes yesterday. That's what I did. But I need to go get 4 more because I need to put everything. I'm going to put all the dishes and silverware and everything right in the totes. And I'll just put them on the beds because I just don't want the mice to be walking on anything in there, and I don't want to wait till spring and then have to just wash everything and put it back. I just am not really interested in doing a double whammy. I'd rather just take it out, put it in a tote, put it on the bed, tape it up so the mice can't get into the lid, and then be able to in the spring just go basically unpack it again. So that's one of the things I have to get done today. And that shouldn't take too awful long once I get back with my totes. That's what we're kind of getting done around the house right now, is just doing that winter shuffle. We've summer stuff away, winterize everything, get it all put up. And then I'm going to go home, and it's early. Right now, well, it's 7:45. It's not that early. I've been up since early. And I just got to do a quick pickup in the house when I get back. I've got some good news to tell you, and I'm really excited about it. So the other day in one of the videos I told you I've got some really good news coming and I couldn't wait to share it. Well, I can share it and I'm so excited. So one of my daughters lives in Chicago and she had lived in Nashville. Well, she relocated her job and went to Chicago. Well, she's relocating back to Nashville. Her and her boyfriend have been thinking about coming back to Maine and doing stuff here, but they're not quite in a position where they're wanting to really do that. they want to be a little bit more prepared when they come home. She's still with the same company. She's just going to relocate back to her Nashville office. And she's worked for Nashville while she's in Chicago. I think she did half of the work for Nashville still. So she's pretty excited. It's going to be a really nice, you don't know what you've got till it's gone sort of thing. And realizing there's a lot of things she did love about Nashville. And I think they're planning to be there at the beginning of the year. So it's so exciting. We had so much fun in Nashville. I thought we kind of were done with Nashville because I went 3 times while they were there. We always had so much fun. We did a lot of sightseeing and we went to a lot of different places. There was really a lot to do. And they were really excited once they got to Chicago. There's really a lot to do in Chicago. And they love camping and hiking and all that kind of stuff. So it was really fun for them in Chicago. And there was a lot of water for the dogs and a lot of places to go and beaches and you could go a couple hours away and find great camping spots and stuff. It was just a different kind of a fun, So now that we've all adjusted to the idea, it was kind of bittersweet. We wanted her home, but we can also understand that it's just not, timing is everything, and It's just not quite the time for them to come back yet. So, well, now that we've adjusted to the fact that they're not coming back right yet, we're loving the idea. Okay, we'll be going back to Nashville, and there's going to be a lot more fun things to do, stuff we haven't done yet. I've been to the Grand Ole Opry 3 times now when I've gone to visit her, and I could do that. I could honestly go to the Grand Ole Opry like every single weekend. If I lived there, I would be there constantly, because that's just my thing. And we would go downtown, and that's just fun, just going down and watching the people and all of the bachelorette parties going on. And, you know, that was fun. That really was fun. And at the time, she only lived about just a short walk from there. She lived right near downtown. Anyways, all I can think is, oh my goodness, this is going to be so fun. We're going to just cruise down there sometime. I've always wanted to go down the Mississippi River, like on some tour. So that will be fun, something I can do. I've always wanted to go over to like Mississippi as well. I want to go to Memphis. I mean, there's all these little stops I'd like to go see. I think we'll go to Dollywood. I mean, we've done the hop-on, hop-off bus. That is really fun. I don't know if you guys, if you ever travel, the hop-on, hop-off buses are just a blast. I mean, you get to see everything. And what happened to us one time is we took our younger kids to New York City. We didn't see anything. We couldn't navigate. We're not city slickers at all. We just don't know how to navigate that well. We saw Times Square. That's the only thing we really saw. We saw the M&M store. That was one of my daughter's favorites. Oh, actually, we went up into the Empire State Building. We wanted to see like the Statue of Liberty, and there was a whole list of things that we did want to see, and we never made it to them. We didn't actually stay that long. I think we were feeling a little overwhelmed and a little frustrated at that time, because the navigation just isn't really for us. We got off on the wrong stop, and somebody said, you shouldn't be here, and here we are with these kids, and we just don't know how to navigate that well. Me and Tanner are pretty basic. As time went on and as the years went on, the daughter that's in Chicago, she could just navigate us to go do anything. So she was always in charge of doing all of the planning, and you know, it really turned out good because we got to see everything. Basically had to do was just tell us where we got to. I always say that, tell me where I got to be and when I got to be there. And, you know, don't make me do all the planning. I don't like to do all the planning for stuff. It's just not fun for me. It's kind of overwhelming, really. I'd rather just show up. Just tell me where I got to be and when I got to be there, and I'll make it happen. But as far as Nashville goes, oh my goodness. And we'll probably do a lot of driving and stuff with our motorhome and stuff too, but they're not sure yet if they're buying or if they're going to rent. We'll know that here in the next 2 months, what they're doing. But either way, they're planning to have a house with a yard, so for the dogs. So we said, okay, well, can you just have a driveway that we can come park our motorhome in? And then we just laughed and said, okay, look, that's not that's not something you really have to have, because, you know, it's hard to find that kind of stuff too, because you're in the city and things are pretty tight, you know. We can just put our camper outside of the city at a campground and still go stay in the city with my daughter and her boyfriend, and that's fine. We just, you know, just for the fun of it, take it down. I mean, my daughter looked at everything before she accepted the job back in Nashville. And one of them was like the flights to Maine, because they come home a lot. They're here a lot. They're here like most of the summer and you know, through all the holidays and stuff like that. So one of the things was the flights, because for a while, to do a direct flight to go from Maine to Nashville, well, I like to fly direct. I don't like to go up and down and up and down. I don't like that. It's probably part of that whole navigation thing for me too. Once I'm on the plane, I know, okay, when I land, I'm going to be there, right? I don't have to think about all of the stuff in between. My daughter looked into the direct flights. She did find one that leaves about every 3 days from our airport, and it was a direct flight. So that's going to work out good, because I dreaded having to drive to Portsmouth, which Portsmouth is in New Hampshire, and it's like a 3 to 4 hour drive. But I would definitely do that versus doing a flight that I have to go, have layovers. So that was good news. So before she accepted the job, I'm like, can you just what's the plan for the flights? She's like, oh, I already called and she already looked. She goes, I already looked it up and they had this new way. So I'm like, okay, then that works off my checklist. I know it's not about me, you guys. So one of the times we went to Nashville, we just kind of would scooter everywhere because she lived right there. She didn't live far. Well, we'd walk or we'd scooter. But the first time we went to Nashville, there was this huge hill we had to walk up. And my poor husband, he was struggling on that hill. It was so sad. It was so hard. And we didn't know anything was wrong with him at the time. My daughter says, oh, the hill's not that bad. Well, till she had to come and we were going back into town and we went back the same way. And I'm like, I don't know if Dad can do that hill. And she goes, oh, it's not that big. And I'm like, yeah, it was pretty rough. Well, we started just going up the hill. It was right by her building. And we started to go up the hill, and my poor husband, he was just struggling. And we're like, okay, she's like, okay, let's just get the scooters. The scooters, they leave scooters everywhere in Nashville. Like, you could just walk outside of your apartment building, and it's right there on the street. You're in these big complex buildings, and you come out, and there's scooters just outside waiting for you. There, you can pick them up anywhere. Pick up and drop off a scooter anywhere. You don't have to have a certain spot to leave them. And so she gets us on the scooters and she's showing us how to ride them. And we helped them move down there. That's what it was. So we had just all gotten there. None of us we're not familiar with anything. They weren't familiar with anything. She'd already tried the scooters out maybe the day before or something when we got there, and she had gone somewhere. So we ended up riding the scooters, and we went up the hill with the scooters, and wow, what a difference. But my point was, once we got back from that trip, it was so sad because he really did. He had clogged arteries, and he had to go have some stents put in. And that poor guy just didn't know how bad off he was at the time, and neither did we. It all first started really right then when we were on that Nashville trip is when he really noticed it. And then shortly after we got home, things just started to go downhill for him really quickly. And then he did end up having to go get 2 stents put in. But we do kind of laugh at this little story about how, oh, that hill's not that big, and he doesn't really get winded like that, to walk up this hill. Me, on the other hand, I was huffing and puffing going, this is a big hill. I'm just complaining the whole way, and he wouldn't have complained about it. He just would have walked up it, but you knew he was struggling, and gosh, we just didn't know, of course we didn't know what was going on inside of his body. But we did get a story out of it. I'm at the car wash right now. I'm going to get gas in a second. But I had a lot of fun at Walmart. I ended up getting 5 totes in all. I was only planning to get 4. I got 5, and I got 4 smaller ones. So I ended up getting the grandkids a whole bunch of costumes. I always get the kids costumes for their birthdays. And I got some great sales. 75% off. It took me forever in there, but it was a lot of fun. And I just talked to my daughter, and she said she ended up going to the store, another Walmart, and she just said that she just bought a ton of stuff too. Just telling you guys about Nashville. I ended up buying all of the grandkids some pink cowgirl hats. I have a ton of cowgirl hats at home that I had bought in Nashville that I still have. We'll just have one of the birthday parties be a cowgirl themed party. I ended up buying all these bandanas with all of the little fringe, little outfits with the really cute little fringy, vest, the little fringy vest and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun. I ended up getting all kinds of tablecloths, and my daughter just said, oh, I found glow sticks. So when we go on an upcoming trip, she goes, I got a ton of the glow sticks, and I got those for, gosh, probably 50 cents. And I got a bunch of packs of them. She goes, oh my gosh, she had gotten a bunch of packs of them too. So we're going to be covered. I know she was able to do quite a lot of Christmas shopping on the Halloween aisles, and for 75% off, you can't go wrong. I even got Dana and I some costumes for whenever. We always dress up with something too. We usually dress up quite simple, but I ended up getting some superhero costumes. I've always wanted to dress up as superheroes. I just think superheroes are the absolute cutest costumes. So I got some adult ones, and you know, someday we'll just show up at our grandkids' house with our little superhero costumes on. One thing I've always wanted to do was the dinosaur costumes. You know, the blow up dinosaurs? I always thought it would be hilarious for a whole bunch of us to wear the dinosaur costumes and then just all show up to whatever, or go run around somewhere, the parking lot or something, with all the little kids and all of us in our little dinosaur costumes. Those are about the funniest costumes that I have ever seen. I always get a kick out of them every time I see them. Kind of like that. Some of the places around here have the little man that, you know, the little man that blows in the wind and he tumbles over. He's just air, it's long and skinny. Tumble, tumble, tumble. That thing cracks me up every time I see them. I'm telling you, those are the funniest thing. So between the dinosaur and that, those two things are about the best. They didn't have the dinosaur costumes at Walmart today, but I did get the superhero costumes, and someday Dana and I will just show up in our little superhero. Oh, that would be so funny. And there's always there's always some event going on. So we'll have plenty of opportunity to wear it. And Dana's really good at going with the flow, so he'll just do whatever. I did just talk to my daughter. We talk quite a lot, my kids and I, on FaceTime and stuff, and we were just all talking about what we just bought. And I said, okay, when we all come down to Nashville, I have all this stuff we can bring with us. I have all this cowgirl stuff now. And I'm like, I'll bring that all when we do go to Nashville, and everybody can have their little, hats and stuff. And there's always events happening, like bachelorette parties or weddings, or there's just always something. So you just walk down the streets there, and there's all these people with their little hats on, and they're doing, like, you can tell it's a party, like a bachelorette party. They all have the same pink hats on or something like that. So it's absolutely adorable. It's so fun to watch it. So I thought, I'm going to have all the stuff. So when we do go, I'll be able to bring all that stuff there too. So I have enough for parties and more parties. It'll be really fun. I ended up stopping at McDonald's, and I got an iced coffee, a water, and a Diet Coke. I kind of enjoy this so much when I do that. Remember in one of the videos, I'm like, I'm going to stop doing that. No, I'm not, because I just started doing it this summer, and it really is fun. I don't stop that often, so I don't mind. It's like a little treat, right? And I'm not used to doing that for myself, because I'm kind of cheap, and I don't want to stop and spend money when I can make coffee right from home. So now I'm going to go home. I'm going to quickly unpack the motorhome, and then I know what else I want to do today. I have to clean outside a little bit. There's not a lot I'm going to do yet, because we're not we bought this, our lawnmower now has a mulcher on it, so we don't have to rake leaves. So we're just now waiting for all of the leaves to fall down. They are almost all on the ground, and we're just going to wait probably a few more days before we end up mulching them in. Maybe this weekend I'll plan to do all the mowing and be the mulcher. It's not very hard. You just ride the lawnmower. But we used to have to go out and rake, and that's not much fun. Anything like that's, for me, it's not that much fun. Some people love it. I don't. I'd rather all day long be doing other things. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Please like and subscribe. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.